Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and rejoice everyone, 2020 is saved as Football Manager 2021 is officially out. We've had the beta version, now the full fat edition's been released, meaning we can spend hours signing wonder kids from Belarus instead of talking to our loved ones. The other day I asked you guys in a poll whether or not you'd like me to redo some experiments on the new game, and the answer was a resounding yes. So today I'm going to start that by simulating an entire season on the new game and see what FM thinks the Premier League table will look like this season. Although for this one I haven't used the beta version just because of time constraints, but unless there's a weird bug that makes Brighton win the league, I think we'll be okay. My name's James from Elecspo, and this is the 2020-21 Premier League table according to Football Manager 2021. 20th West Brom. Okay, it wouldn't surprise me that come May, FM have got this one bang on. They might not come bottom, but I'm pretty sure West Brom are going to go down this season. I mean, nothing's going their way. Even against Man United the other night they played really well, and then ridiculously got robbed of a penalty before conceding one of their own. On FM21 they managed to secure just 23 points, so survival was never really an option, and of course with those results Slaven Bilic lost his job. Carlos Corberán replaced him in April, but by then it was far too late. 19th Brighton. Easy on the eye, results haven't matched the performances from Brighton until this weekend when they beat Villa, but FM still think they'll go down, although they do put up a better fight than the Baggies. Brighton picked up 35 points, which left them 3 adrift from safety. However, if things had gone differently they might have survived, but more on that in a moment. 18th Leeds United. Well, this is a shock, and to be honest I can't see any way that Leeds are going to go down this season. They just look too good, and even Patrick Bamford scoring goals. If Marcelo Bielsa can turn this man into an elite Premier League goal scorer, he can do anything, turn water into wine for all I care. But on this FM simulation, Leeds succumbed to relegation with just 38 points, meaning goal difference sent them down. However, if they'd beaten Leicester on the final day, they would have survived. Alas they didn't, and Leeds are down, and they also sacked Marcelo Bielsa, while Patrick Bamford only got 6 goals. Christ, this game's unrealistic. 17th Aston Villa. By the skin of their teeth, Aston Villa have survived. It went to the final day and it came down to a one-game shootout, Aston Villa versus Brighton. Whoever won that would stay up, and if it was a draw, it would be Leeds who survive, unless Leeds had won, which they didn't. It was down to this game and it was Villa who triumphed, winning 2-1 to secure another final day survival mission and send the Seagulls back down to the Championship. 16th Sheffield United. Had things gone differently, Sheffield United also could have gone down on the final day. Now managed by Eddie Howe after inexplicably giving their local hero Chris Wilder the boot, the Blades got a point on the final day to give them a grand total of 39 and secure safety, but if things had gone differently, it might have been them who went down. In the end they survived, and Blades fans would no doubt love for this to happen in reality, just maybe without the Chris Wilder sacking. 15th Wolves. After Leeds going down, this is the second biggest shock so far. Wolves have been a staple of the top half since they came up, and while this season things are a bit trickier, there's no way they'll be this low. With just 40 points on the board, survival has been the main objective at Molineux, and when you look at their results, they've been appalling pretty much all year. An incredible February has effectively kept them up, with a run of 4 wins against West Brom, Arsenal, Leeds and West Ham, handing them 12 points and enough momentum to survive. That run kept them up, and it came from Luciano Spalletti, with Nuno getting his P45 just 10 days before Christmas. 14th West Ham. Just like Wolves, West Ham narrowly survived, ending the year with the golden 40 points. They beat Aston Villa 1-0 on the 1st of May, which effectively kept them up, but that was followed by a run of 4 games without a victory, which very nearly sent them down. But the Hammers survived, saving the skin of the owners, and you won't be surprised to know they did it without David Moyes. I mean, everyone's getting sacked, of course Moyesy was getting the boot. 13th Fulham. Like balls are Fulham going to survive? There's more chance of this channel hitting 100,000 subs by Christmas. If you can help me hit 30,000 though, that would be bloody lovely. So click the subscribe button and maybe even give the bell a little tickle as well to ensure you never miss a video. Crikey, that sounded weird. Sorry. Anyway, back to Fulham, who survived with the magic 40 points as well. They probably can thank the goals scored by Alexander Mitrovic, who bagged 11. Adam Lukman was another one of their top players, although his penalty record's unclear. 12th Everton. If Everton have started this season so well and still end up in 12th, they might as well just give up on football entirely. FM21 clearly don't believe this new Everton hype under Carlo Ancelotti and James Rodriguez, with the Toffees finishing even lower than last season. There are still some good things. James played well, Calvert-Lewin still scored goals, but that wasn't enough to qualify them for Europe, with Everton not even cracking the top half. And the final shock, Carlo Ancelotti got the sack. I've got no words. 11th Leicester. I love Football Manager, but I don't think this simulation is going to be very accurate, to be honest with you. Leicester are another club who started the season great, but FM21 thinks they'll only manage to top the bottom half. 46 points was all they got, but they were hindered by the Europa League, where they only made it to the second knockout round where they were beaten by Arsenal. And of course, bad results got Brendan Rodgers the sack, with former Leeds hero Marcelo Bielsa now in charge. 10th, Crystal Palace. Good old Roy Hodgson's Eagles are flying high on FM just like in reality, and at this point it's not a shock that they're doing well. With the veteran in charge, they're always going to stay up, aren't they? FM21 predicts a top half finish which would be amazing, with Jordan Ayew banging in 15 Premier League goals. Never in my life have I heard something so ridiculous. 9th, Newcastle. Sorry, now in my life have I never heard something so ridiculous. Newcastle United, under the watchful eye of Steve Bruce, have finished 9th. 9th in the top half. In reality, this team can't string more than 3 passes together. Yet on FM they're in the top half, and they've got goals coming from everywhere. Even Joe Linton's finding the back of the net. Christ, I need to lie down. To top it all off, there's been a takeover, but it's not the Saudis and their riches. Instead, it's a bloke called Kevin McCabe. 8th, Southampton. Come May, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if the Saints end up in 8th. That's where they are in this FM simulation. It's all incredibly realistic, except for one detail. While Danny Ings has been in top form once again, another Saints striker's also impressed. No, it wasn't Che Adams or even Michael Obafemi, it was in fact Shane Long. The Irish international bagged 10 Premier League goals, which is a joint career best, but it wasn't enough to secure European qualification for Ralph Hasenhüttl and co. 7th, Burnley. While in reality they look like they're going to be battling relegation all season, on FM the Clarets have finished best of the rest. They've came top of everyone outside the usual top 6, and in turn have secured European football. Yes, Burnley will be playing in the illustrious Europa Conference League. The lucky Devils, and they can thank Chris Wood, who banged in 18 Premier League goals en route to the Clarets, finishing a massively impressive and somewhat shocking 7th. 6th, Manchester United. Into the top 6 we go, and bottom of the big clubs is Man United. On paper it looks like it's been a bad season for the Red Devils, but it also nearly could have been very different. They were just 4 points off the top 4, and they would reach the semi-finals of the League Cup, FA Cup and the Champions League. It was a season of nearlies for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who at least found a way of getting Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes and Donny van de Beek in the same team. 5th, Arsenal. Next up we've got the Gunners, who once again will have to settle for another year without Champions League football. They were just 3 points off top 4 place, and also failed to qualify via the Europa League where they were beaten in the semis. It probably has to go down as a disappointing season for the Gunners, but at least Thomas Partey's done well and got more assists than anyone in the Premier League this season with 10, which is the real trophy we all want, isn't it? 4th, Tottenham. Pipping the Gunners to a top 4 place this season was Tottenham, a club who most people think are primed for an actual title challenge in reality. That didn't happen on FM, with Jose Mourinho's side finishing 4th, a huge 29 points behind the eventual winners. But at least they've managed to qualify for the Champions League, which was all Mourinho went on about in that bloody Amazon documentary. 3rd, Liverpool. A huge shock here, as reigning champions Liverpool have come 3rd. Honestly, I can't see this happening. I think the Reds are going to win it again, and if not, they'll be 2nd. But in FM they've lost their crown and are down in 3rd, although they did still get a largely impressive 89 points, and it was nearly an invincible season. Liverpool lost just 1 league game all season, but it was 11 draws which cost them back-to-back Premier League titles. The defeat wasn't even to a big team, with Klopp's team falling 2-1 to relegated Brighton early on in the campaign. They did win an FA Cup at least, beating Tottenham 2-0 in the final. 2nd, Chelsea. In reality it's looking like a great season for Frank Lampard so far, and in the virtual world of Football Manager that's exactly what's happened. Super Frank's side finished ahead of Liverpool to come 2nd, getting 90 points despite losing 3 more games. Chelsea's 3 best players of the season were the 3 superstar rivals, with Timo Werner, Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech shining in Chelsea blue. Sadly though, they didn't shine bright enough to win any silverware or topple the eventual champions Manchester City. And first, Man City. Yes, according to the new Football Manager, Man City are going to win their Premier League. But after the start they've had, I honestly can't see it. It's going to take some mammoth kind of turnaround from Pep's men, who are currently sat in the bottom half at the time of recording. But on FM they got a huge 96 points to win back the title, only losing 2 games all season. It was a near perfect campaign from City, who didn't lose a game in all competitions until February. They even won the League Cup, beating Newcastle in the final. Guardiola's side were unstoppable, with a near invincible Liverpool still 7 points adrift. What a season from Man City, but will this really happen in reality? So there we have it, that is this season's Premier League table according to the new Football Manager. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time we will see you around.